Go.
Hi everybody and welcome. Today we're going to make some brown bread. So first of all I have my tin. This is a 1 pound loaf tin. Okay, and I'm going to line it with some parchment paper. So I have my parchment paper. And the good thing about parchment paper is you don't have to grease it and your bread isn't going to stick to it. So we'll just cut into the edge of the tin, just like this, and we'll just trim off a little bit of the parchment paper because it's too long. And if you have a gas oven, there's likelihood of it going on fire. And just again on the other side, in. So you actually have your piece of parchment paper and it's just cut a little bit in, maybe 2 or 3 inches in and 2 or 3 inches in on both ends, so that it should sit down and into your tin. Like that. Okay, and we do this just in case you have a loaf tin that's well used and the non-stick no longer works on it. So that's our tin ready. So we can just leave that over there for a couple of seconds. And we have a mixing bowl and we have a mug. A good old-fashioned common or garden mug. Now, you want to have some strong wholemeal flour, or whichever preference in wholemeal flour you have. This recipe also works really well with spelt flour. So if we put in 3/4 of a mug of our wholemeal flour, and if we generously top that up with white flour. If you want a very strong brown bread, then just use all wholemeal flour. So have your cup so that it's overflowing almost with flour into your bowl. Into that then we'll put a pinch of salt, around this much, not very much, and again we're using the reduced sodium salt. Now if you want to, you can put a spoon of sugar into it, but I don't think we really need to do that. Then here I have some measuring spoons. So I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Okay, so just a 1/2 teaspoon, and level off your spoon and into your mixture. Then into it I'm now going to add a teaspoon of bread soda. And again, level it off so that you don't have too much, because I'm sure at some stage everybody has had brown bread that's got those little green flecks in it. Then we're going to add into this mixture just a knob of butter or margarine, and a knob is about 10 grams if you want to measure it, if you want like to weigh it. Now just rub that into your flour and lift up your flour to aerate it, rubbing in your margarine or your piece of butter with the tips of your fingers. Okay, this makes your brown bread nice and light. It's a nice relaxing thing to do. And some fresh homemade brown bread with some cheese and tomato. Really nice for your tea or your supper. So you can feel the difference in the mixture, that it's now lighter than what it was when I started. And into that I'm going to add milk. If I can find my milk. Sorry, just a moment. I moved it. So it's a half a pint of milk, and if you pour it into the mug that you measure the flour with, it should come up to about this much on your mug. Okay, then I have a spatula, a nice silicone soft spatula. Make a well in the center and add in your milk, almost all of it, and then add the rest. Mix your mixture together with your spatula. Your mixture will be nice and soft. And then you can just pour that into your prepared tin. If you liked, you could add some seeds, or just sprinkle a few seeds on the top, or just leave it as is. So my oven is preheated to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. That would be gas mark 6. And we just sprinkle some seeds on the top. So into my oven at 200 degrees. After 10 minutes, turn your oven down to 180 and 35 minutes more, and I'll show you then how you know if it's baked. So your bread should come out nice and brown on the top. Turn it out, tap it on the centre, and there should be a hollow sound. So your brown bread is now cooked. Then get a clean, dry tea towel, wrap your bread up in it, and put it on a wire tray to cool. Bon appetit and good luck.